Oh yeah.
I thought it was awesome.
I thought Rogue One was the best out of the Disney stuff that's come out so far, for sure. Right, but Wolf, thank you for the love, buddy. Blood, thank you. Thank you so much, buddy. Good to have you back. You've been the longest supporter of the stream, brother. How you been? Everything all right? Happy Easter, guys. Welcome back to the shenanigans. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday afternoon and having a wonderful... Oh, I fucked up. I didn't turn my TR5 on. Let's go ahead and fix that right now. There we go. And restart the game. Sorry, guys. Getting close to 5 years. Yeah, we're getting close, man. I mean, it's crazy when you think about it. Eh? Within 5 years, guys, we've almost amassed 40,000 followers on YouTube. 22,000 on Twitch. Like, guys, we have done incredible for 5 years. Like, it's been a wild ride, dude. You know, so far. And I'm excited, man. We got a really bright future. We really do. If this next flight iteration stuff comes out and it's really good, we're in a golden age of Star Citizen. You know, provided AI doesn't blow up the world or nuclear bombs don't blow us up, you know? You know, then we should be all right. Actually, Peace, are you in a different server or what are you in?
I'm on your server, but I'm
okay,
coming from
there's only
Everest Harbour.
Because there's only 300 people on that server. I'm wondering if we should just find a different server. You know?
Yeah, I put myself in Clasher to get rid of the crime stat. I've been a bad boy. Many interdiction charges.
How could you? Yeah. So greetings. How's everyone doing? Says Oozle. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming by. Randy, good to see you. Wolf, always a pleasure, buddy. Said newest fighter iteration. So, sorry, newest flight iteration. We should be getting our hands on it, cross your fingers, within a few months. It's not the best news, but, you know, CIG is working on something. So we'll see how long it takes us to get our hands on it, but, you know, get my M50s here. I'll fly over to Grim and then we'll find an active server here. Unless one of you guys wants to check Daymar and see what kind of...
But I just warped in and then my game crashed, so it's very laggy there. There might be a lot of people.
Well, it could just be free flight as well, right?
Yeah.
And it's Easter Sunday, so... Alright, Daymar, let's do it. Daymar said, is it the same old master modes just with some good balance changes? No, I think it'll be something different. Like, I think we're gonna have a genuinely different flight model. Like, it'll still be... I mean, it won't be like what we used to have, where we had tons of flexibility and speed and all that stuff. But I think from what I've been hearing, it will be better than what we have. I hate to say it, but I don't think it could get worse than Master Modes. But knock on wood. Knock on wood. See, Grogu shows up to work like he's supposed to. Where is that little bugger? Yeah, there he is. Hey, buddy. There you go. Thanks for showing up to work, bud. Nope. He's just like, no, I come for the treat. That's it. That's all I come for. Here you go, buddy. We're just in warp right now, guys. Yeah, good boy.
I hope the next patch like spreads us more out around the place instead of all being cooped up in one planet.
Spreads us more out. What do you mean?
Yeah. I am dead. What? Or not? What's going on?
Did you say spread us more out? Like, I don't understand what you're saying. Like,
well, like everyone seems to be just on Daymar doing this event. So I would prefer if we were more like people were just spread out around the, you know.
Oh well,
university.
yeah, there is. It's just this event is trying to consolidate people for content, right? The problem with server meshing, well, not the problem with it. The issue we have with Star Citizen is there's so much space. Like you could have 10,000 people in Stanton, and it would still kind of feel big. You know, it would be quite big actually. So, I mean, it's just so much to discover and to do, but also not a lot, you know? It's weird.
I died. Game crashed, come back, and I'm dead.
Game crashed, you died, and then, okay.
Yeah.
Ripperoni
Blew
pizza.
My ship up while I was still locked in.
Got my little Jedi Starfighter. God, I love my M50, dude. Love this thing. Absolutely love it. I'm really hoping they give us a military version of the M50. You know, give us 2 size 3s. You know, change some of its stats a little bit. You know, and take the guns off the racing M50 and give us a military M50. You know, you could probably drop its speed to like 600. You know, and maybe drop its G's by like 1 or 1.5. So it's slightly slower than the racer, because the racer is obviously the fastest. And then give the M50 like the general, you know, combat prowess that it deserves, you know. Dylan, thank you for the love, brother. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're doing well. No chance. Good to see you, buddy. I know. I do. Unfortunately, do know CIG. Said make it like 3 size 3s. No, that's too much firepower. 3 size 3s on the Gladius, or sorry, on the M50 would be way too much. That'd be like, that's unfair. That's unfair. But 2 size 3s and you know, and change its stats a little bit to make it a combat version, I think would be awesome. You know? And then you could make the racing Gladius, or sorry, make the racing M50 even faster because it'll have no guns, right? So, like, I think racers should have no guns and no shields. Like, they should be totally blank. You know? But that's just my personal opinion. You know? Said, you're right, but SIG has to sell it first. Think about it. Well, yeah, you could sell the military M50. I mean, think about it. It's a variant of the M50. There should be variants of the M50. Alright, well, there's nobody at this one. All right, let's go to Atreides. So maybe we will get a little bit more speed, but I'm afraid at the end of the day, Chris wants to be able to play his game from the couch with a controller. Ironically enough, a higher speed game with a controller would be a better playstyle because you don't require, like a controller is a high response, low accuracy control device, right? So ironically enough, you would want a game that has higher speed because then you don't have to have super hyper twitch reflexes like how a mouse in Master Modes plays, right? Master Modes is much more geared towards mouse and keyboard than it is towards any kind of controller system. The old flight model system played a lot better with controllers because it was less twitch, more, I guess you could say, like, they had to put more thought into how you moved, right? It didn't require as much accuracy in the controls to get a successful kill, right? Not to say that there wasn't accuracy needed, it's just not as important as it is now in Master Modes where you have to be perfectly pixel accurate, you know, the majority of the time. Is yet to make a change? Said racing ships need weapons in illegal races without rules. Yeah, they may want to consider readjusting that idea, you know? Because you put weapons on racers, then you have guys like Avenger 1 running around with racers winning dogfights because Speed wins. Right? Speed and power wins. That's how energy control works in dogfights. Now where, oh where? Where, oh where? Where's the hole? Oh, there it is. Alright, let's see what we got. Is it open and he's just sitting above it or what? Oh, it's closed. Yeah, just making sure. Okay, I'm gonna go to Daymar. Or sorry, not Daymar. I'm gonna go to Grim and we'll go to a different server.
Righto.
And let's see if we can find one with lots of people on it.
Apparently, the server I'm on, there's some org that's killing everybody.
Where?
According to chat. I'm assuming at the hole.
Can you get me a name of maybe who, like name of who are these people? So we can know who we're dealing with? On my way to yellow. So I just want semi-ready template flight models so that you can actually understand what to train for, not totally new one every fucking year. Yeah, I know, eh? It's tough. It sucks because like I've had to change my library of information a couple times now, which is totally fine, you know, because I'd rather change my library and keep up with what's going on than suffer a bad flight model, right?
Okay, I can't play today. My
What?
game's crashed 3 times and I'm not sure
Oh.
why, so I'm gonna
Clear your
have to-
shader folder. That's a lot of times what causes these issues. Did you change anything recently? Install anything?
No.
Then it's
Nope,
probably your
I haven't done
shaders.
it.
When's the last time you cleared your shaders?
Never.
Okay, well that's probably that may have something to do with it.
Where do I find it?
Bandicoot. So it'll be under your user, your name, temporary, app data, and then Star Citizen, and then you just what's this guy in here? North Star is red. Let's see if I have a bounty for this guy. How come I don't have called arms anymore? Weird. Alright, fuck it. Let's fight this guy.
Or was it shaders?
Yeah, so it'll be under temporary app data and then Star Citizen shaders. Oh,
I'm in Star Citizen, I've got crashers, and then I've got like SC Alpha, 4 of those.
No, you're not.
Star
Did you go under temp? Like program files, app data, right? Like go like under your username.
Yeah, I'm here. So
There should be a folder called
local,
shaders.
local low roaming, and then Star Citizen.
3v338, good to see you, buddy. So he may have his roaming folder hidden. Oh, do you have folders, show all folders? Just type in percent app data percent, yeah. In your search folder, you should find it.
To the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Please visit us again.
App data / local.
I might have to do that because I'm having issues as well.
Yeah, you should always clear your every patch. You should clear your shader folder. It just makes things easier.
My one's
That's-
an interesting one. You know, when you normally hold down F and you get like your mouse moving around, it'll show over options and it'll come up with things. It's like those little things, like press F to sit down. Those little things are not showing up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
There's
yeah.
weird frame drops it goes down to. I'm just like, what's going on?
I think for me, it's also tied with the jump points, because when I'm in quantum nav mode, I'm not getting the points to jump to.
Okay,
So, yeah,
this
I think
is
I'm
weird.
gonna restart the game.
It still thinks I'm in that server. I can't seem to leave that server. Like I'm locked to that server. How did we fix this again? Did we just go into AC and then it just fixed it after like a few minutes? Ha! They took the M50 out for Battle Royale. Those fuckers, man. Oh, I may have a, yeah, you're right. I may have a crime stat. You're right. That's fine. I'll just wait. All right. I can't believe you done this. There's a constellation in squadron battle. All right, I'll just wait a few minutes, and it should. The USS Defiant. It's a bit derivative, don't you think? And fight's over. Poor Connie, dude. It looks like the first Defiant that got destroyed. Yeah, by the Dominion.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're gonna make fighting with big ships fun, because they are so slow, and turret gunning's not much fun.
Uh-huh.
I think with large ships, really the ship's turret should be all automated, and the fun part should be running around inside the ship trying to keep it going in combat.
Well,
All kinds of interesting failures and interesting ways to keep it going, and jury rig things. That'll be fun.
I think that's where it's gonna eventually go, though. You know?
Ship to ship combat.
Yeah. I know Void Crew does quite a good job of that running around the ship for keeping it going while it fights. It's an interesting game. Void Crew, if you ever heard of it.
I've Void Crew?
Yeah, that's the one.
What exactly is
playing
it
it.
about?
It's like a 4-person co-op game where you all man a multi-crew ship. One person flies it, other people do the turret gunners, and then you have and sometimes you have to jump off the gun, yeah, to go and fix things and repair things, and it's really well done. I was thinking,
Space.
this is how Star Citizen should do it.
Uh-huh. This poor guy,
Sounds
he's
I think
getting
there's another one
he's
coming
getting
out
3v1
as well.
right now.
Yeah, things explode inside the ship while you're repairing it. You need to go around pulling levers and recalibrating stuff. It's quite good.
Pulling levers, recalibrating.
Yeah, monkey pull lever.
Monkey pull lever, yeah.
I wonder if they ever get to the point where like bits of your ship will blow up, like on the bigger ones, like bits will bust open and then personnel will get jettisoned into space.
Like decompression?
Well, like just say like a window gets hit by a missile or something and explodes, and anyone that's in that room just gets sucked out into space.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for teammates to show up. Right now I'm just 1v3. I'm just buying time here. Can't really solo stuff in an M50. Just buying time. I do love the M50, dude. Really is a little Jedi starfighter. Hey, Vertigo! Thank you for the love, brother. Appreciate the raid, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Won't the bigger ships not be able to go down to planet, or like, well they will, but it'll take them longer.
Wiz,
to
good
get
to
off
see ya.
planet and it'll take more damage, right?
Gotta run all good, brother. I know the feeling. Thanks for dropping them off with me. We're just waiting for our character to run down his timer in the PU because it locked me in the server. And then we're going to go into the PU and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. Guess I could just go after this Connie then. I'll get the front shield down on it so that Hatalar has a chance to take its front shields down here. I guess I could get the rear shields down then. Oh, I'll stay on the front shields. This is a very boring fight.
You reckon they'll add space mines to the game?
Add space mines?
Yeah, like mines that will just obviously sit there in space, and if anyone gets too close to it, it will like magnetically.
Well, they did
towards
talk
them.
about adding mines in at one point, right?
There are mines in Void Crew, but they basically they're very stealthy, hard to detect. But when you get too close to them, they detect you and they start flying towards you. And they kind of like they kind of just treat them as slow missiles that you can easily shoot down.
Yeah,
But if they hit
cool.
you, you're stuffed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a high threat. Oh my god, we need to shoot it down kind of thing.
I wonder if they'll add
Yeah, the
like
Nautilus.
explosive you could attack the ship.
Yeah, the Nautilus might be interesting. I just worry about mines because like mines are a real problem. You know, and I don't really particularly find mine gameplay very fun, you know?
It was more of trying to make like the bigger ships more fun combat. Like you could have some of the smaller, not smaller ships, but like the medium-sized ships, be able to deploy them and get in front of the big ships, deploy mines or something.
That's poor Connie, man. I'm just sitting behind him, chewing on him here. Oh, I just got the little Merlin attached to the back of him. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, I think I might have to just do a wipe of all the user settings for me game because I can't quite seem to get rid of this issue.
I just
Oh, that guy just...
bastards and told me.
Whoops.
That guy just had a collision with a Connie, and I think it just crashed my game. Yeah, I think it just crashed out the desktop. Star Assistant has stopped responding. Yeah. Wow, I didn't realize colliding with a constellation causes a crash to desktop.
That's one way of solving the collisions problem, isn't it?
Seems like it.
Instead of blowing your ship up, it just crashes everyone to desktop.
The server blade was on the Connie. Damn, you broke the game. Damn you, Star Citizen.
Will they be adding larger ships for ramming, like proper ramming ships, or?
The Vandal, Scythe, and Glaive, they're meant to have ramming blades. Don't know whether they'll actually ever work.
I don't know how a blade can do that. It's tiny.
Yeah.
I suppose maybe against other
Yeah,
smaller
I'm
ships,
still in that server, dude. I'm still locked in that server shard. Does anybody know how to fix this? Dude, the last time this happened to me, it bricked my account for 3 weeks. Remember that? I had to buy an account to play. Like Star Citizen, man. I don't know which server I'm on at this point now. No chance. I'm on a server.
If you can't get off that server, should we just jump on that server?
Well, this server's got nobody on it though. That's the problem. But like, you know, let me just leave my hangar. Maybe my hangar has something to do with it. Yeah. Okay, that worked. Being in my hangar seemed to have caused the problem. That one's got 630. 566,
No idea how many people are on
560,
my server.
569, 530, 533 for Krovik, 567. Oh, Void Dude's on a full server. Warpin, 565, 538, 565.
It crashed again.
Oh, here we go.
I can't go to Daymar, mate. As soon as I
Okay,
walk into
go ahead
Daymar,
and
it's like,
try to
yo.
join my server now. Let's see
oh,
here.
man. I don't know what they're doing there, but it's completely screwing my machine up.
What's happening? Daymar is fucking your ship?
Yeah, every time I warp in, you know how like sometimes when you warp in it freezes, but you can move the mouse around, and then it's like meant to load stuff in, and
Ah,
then
it's
you
the
can.
fucking Asia server though. Fuck, man. Fuck, I fucking knew Avoid would be on an Asian server. God. Gosh. All right, let's back out. It's just too laggy to play on Asian servers, dude.
Yeah, if I'm a little quiet, it's because I'm busy trying to sort my own get issues with the game out.
I'll give this one more try, and then I'll go and play Minecraft if that's the case.
HB, I like hearing that, buddy. I like hearing that. All right. Let's see. This is a European server. Please be on a European server. Please be a European. A fucking Asia server again. What the fuck? What's with everyone playing on the frickin' Asian servers? A1 with a crime said, I am shocked. It's fine. Fuck! Alright. Alright. Let's try this again. No, I'm not on PTU. I honestly, guys, I've kind of stopped playing PTU and Evocati builds because it's just like it's just so much like testing and test. It's like I don't know. I'm not getting paid for this, dude. Even expat is on a freaking Asian server. People are dead to me. Okay, I'm just gonna launch European, see if I can find a full one. Can't believe you've done this. Be nice if you could just select, like, yeah. All right. Can you guys take a look and see how many people are? Actually, I could probably just display info this. All right, where does it say number of people on the server? Is display info 2 or 3? I can't remember. It doesn't say. If you right click my name, guys, does it say how many people are in the server with me?
Not outside a game to see. Okay, so there's a Polaris. Riven 003.
Alright, I'm in. Go ahead and join off me. I'll take a look at... Dude, I've lost like 15 sets of kits. Because every time I die, it just takes my kit.
So the item insurance isn't working.
Well, not for my account.
Weird.
I don't run with kit because it happens so often. I just say fuck it. Because I just haven't. I have to keep buying new kits.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has please visit.
There's a guy called Astronaut.
Right there, hey Kono. There we go. Yeah, like Almost pointless to bring a weapon. All right, go take a look and see what this server has to offer.
You in a party?
Am I in a party?
Yeah.
No, I could use a party invite. Right. AMR should be right there. All right. Go take a look. Thank you for the invite.
Oh, you're actually on my server.
Anything at a treatise?
Yeah, there's a Polaris down there. There was also a... I'm not sure what type. I think it was some type of comet.
Like a saber comet?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I'm still not familiar with the ships.
All right, let's go take a look.
There was also a Corsair roaming about.
All right, I definitely see the Polaris.
There is a Cutlass Black. Oh, never mind. I think it's dead.
Why am I not charging shields? Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh, look how long it took to take that over. Meldor. The Corsair. What do we got? And what are you in there total?
I'm in my stealth ship. It's not really designed for dogfighting.
Oh, I see it.
Into a hole.
Nice. I see, ah, come on.
Yeah, I'm not playing today. My game crashed again.
Rip.
I'll have to look into it. I think it's just too laggy and can't handle it in this area. Really bad for me.
Oh, come on.
Well, have a good evening, guys.
Good evening, total, sir.
Got
Have
him.
a lovely direct your day.
One Firebird
I
down.
couldn't say your name. British politeness, eh?
Total wanker?
Well, yes. I wasn't going to say it, but yes.
Yeah, beware. Apparently somebody been giving away free Firebirds in bulk. Free Firebirds? Who's been giving away free Firebirds? Like... Blanker. John Smith, I'm so tired of Firebirds. Aren't they amazing, John? Aren't they a pure form of skill expression? See what's over top of the platform here. Seeing nothing. Okay, that's dead. Bunch of dead ships here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn it! Damn it!
Is that the boss? So you're telling me I'm shooting this guy and it's just passing through his geometry. What? Hello? So these bullets are literally passing through him.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell because he is warping around.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Wow. I've just seen on your stream.
I
there's a
know.
lot of
I'm,
guys
I'm
in
like,
there.
I'm like, just like, yeah, he's desync, so I have to like run up and melee him or something. That's this game, bro.
I suppose you'd have to throw a grenade in there.
There's a Polaris down here. Being attacked by a Corsair. I'll help the Corsair out. There we go. His rear shields are failing. Oh, his door is opening. Oh, don't do it, A1. I want to so bad. I want to land on him while he's fighting.
You miss every shot you don't take.
Regret incoming. Oh.
Well, otherwise he is just going to warp away. He's not going to let you kill him.
Don't do it, A1. Don't do it.
I
Stabilize.
mean, what are you going to lose if you blow up?
Everything. My E-honor. Okay, come on. Easy.
That's probably the hardest shot ever.
Fuck, he fucking flew right into me.
The door
Well,
wasn't even fully open, but kudos for taking it.
Almost, man.
Nice.
Almost. And then he just went right up into me. If the door is fully open, I could probably pull it off. Like, a lot. But getting through that little, like, it just doesn't seem like it's possible. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just don't think the game can handle multiple, like, moving grids at the same time. I feel like even if I got in, it would still consider it a collision, you know?
I've had that when when the Idris event was on with the slicers, and take a perfect line with a space bike, come into the open hangar on the back of the Idris perfectly, yeah? You'd get in there, brilliant. You'd go upside down, and you'd wiggle around, you'd just explode.
Yeah,
I was
like,
like, what?
yeah, the tech just doesn't seem to be able to keep up with merging while merging grids, you know what I mean? It's whatever. I always have to go for it. Because one of these days I'll pull it off and it'll be hilarious. You know?
One day it will happen.
Although apparently they fixed that bug next patch where the door will fully open, like once it's been hit, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the door didn't even seem to half open that time.
Yeah, it only opens like a fifth of the way. Like it like just cracks. So you can get in, but the ship has to be stationary, basically. You know?
Yeah, it seemed like it opened even less than normal that time. It was only a sliver. That could have changed.
How are people wearing clothing over top of their stuff? It looks like it's weird because it's phasing through this guy's stuff. So it's like, not sure what layer is what, you know? I'll just wait here at Seraphim. Said it's some kind of glitch. I've seen a lot of people doing it. Said it's a weird little exploit you can do. The only benefit is sometimes you can get extra mag slots and grenade slots. Oh. Yeah. This is piecemeal top. It's legit armor. That's the piecemeal top. Does it actually have like defense stats to it?
Deleting my user folder and deleting the Star Citizen folder in app data, completely clearing all my data, has not solved the problem. I still can't get the little tooltips that come up when you hold F. So you hold F and look at like an elevator button. It should come with like a little thing going, press F to call elevator or something. That still doesn't show up. And unfortunately, whatever that is, it's also stopping the quantum markers from showing up, so I can't jump to different locations.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
So,
Your insurance claim.
the Mantis is currently offline.
Nice.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Yeah, I don't suspect there's going to be a lot of us able to play today, just because it's the Lord's Day. You know what I mean? Yum, yum, yum. Why do I have my FS9 like, there you go. That was weird. It was like weirdly attached to my back like a set of wings. $400, bruh.
I think voice chat might be working. Voice over IP.
It works sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, I've just heard someone say something in voice chat in the Everest lobby.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Still waiting. Waiting to launch. That could be a bad Moby Glass from the sounds of it not showing markers. Hair looks fine. No worries, Fabio. Oh, my last 3 hairs on my head, Rykop. Thank you. Thank you for being kind to me today. Appreciate it. So yeah, everyone, what you think about Ryan Gosling? I did hear about this. The Starfighter announcement. I'll be honest. I'm happy with their casting of Ryan Gosling. I think he's perfect for something like this. I'm interested to see how the director does this because so the director that they chose for this, Sean Levy, has done a couple movies that I've really enjoyed, but he's never done like a I'm not sure if he could I don't know, it depends. Like he did Real Steel, which I thought was a great movie. I really like that. He did the Deadpool movie. He did like the most recent Deadpool movie. He did a couple other ones too that were like they're all his movies have been like successful. Like they've been good, you know? So they've got a good director. The question is, can he deliver Star Wars, or is he going to be another one of those, you know, woke Hollywood type guys? But if you think about it, Deadpool Wolverine was pretty, I guess you could say, anti-hero slash, you know, I don't know. They did a good job. Deadpool Wolverine was good. I really like that. So I look for everyone inside the hangars to fuck off so they can leave. Man, I gotta wait another 100 seconds to get out of here. I'm set up like SpaceX. I'm literally... wonder if I turn my engines off, it'll... Oh, no, it's gonna... I thought I could keep it standing up on its back like that, but... Right, no, it's gonna keep its nose down. There we go. Alright, engines are on. I'm stuck in the 90-degree position. As soon as the door is open, I'm gonna rock it off. Oh no, it's tipping! It's tipping! No, keep the nose up. Alright. I'm bouncing on the back of this thing. Oh my gosh, is it gonna frickin' open the doors or what? Hey! Come on. Whee! Alright. Alright. Damer. Alrighty. I actually wonder if there's any Vaughn missions I can pull here. Yeah, it's just all tar pit stuff. Like, even my missions are fucked, you know? Which is unfortunate, but... Well, I should probably check Lamina, see if there's any at Lamina as well. Aelin thinks he's a Sulu. We try to say, huh? Alright.
Ooh. Could I get a party invite, please? He's not Nico.
I'm not party lead, but I can see if I can... Oh, am I not party lead? Oh yeah, I'm not even in a party. Alright, stand by.
Because if I can at least see your party marker, I'll be able to use that to navigate.
Alright, I see. I just sent you an invite to party. So, the hole should be right in the middle. Should be right there.
Right. I am in your party, aren't I?
I think so. It says you create a party, so let's say...
So I must be in... Let's see if I can see your party marker. No, unfortunately not. Whatever layer of the game does party markers and quantum jump points and tooltips when you hold F, they're all in the same layer, and that layer is, well, it's not working.
Really?
That's unfortunate.
Here's the hole. Let's see if the hole is actually open. Oh, this one's closed. Means the other one might be open. All right.
I wonder if a character reset will fix things.
It's possible. Character resets fix some things. Said also it's always nice to see you, AV1. Said won't lie, Hathor is great for PvP. I mean, it's been fun. You know, I wish there was more action. I wish there was more people involved in the PvP. It seems to be sometimes a bit sparse. But it's like Jumptown, you know? Sometimes you get a lot of really awesome battles, and sometimes it's kind of like, you know, just collecting riffraff for hours, you know? Come on. Load me in. Load me in. Come on. Uh-oh. Well, here we go. I was worried there it wouldn't load me in. Splinter something. What's this? You guys see that? What is he? What is that? A Firebird? That is a Firebird. Of course it is. What the hell?
I'm not the only one who's having issues.
Wow. That was a long desync.
Yes, today is a boogie day.
Like that was impressively long. Like he desyncs
Yeah,
like 10 kilometers.
I saw. Yikes.
Got him. No, none of these Firebirds expect me to be able to catch them because they can get away with so much, right? And then they come across me in an M50 and I'm like, I can catch you, bro. I can catch you, bro. The Fireburb. So also give it like 30 minutes to an hour before logging back in after a reset. I usually do it like within 5 minutes and it works fine. You know? That's it. And if you can catch, it could kill. What's the top speed of the M50? 620 in Afterburner. 1440 in nav. Oh, 1450, sorry, not 1440 in nav. Oh, it's a vulture. Oh, I'll leave him alone. I thought that was something else.
Oh, well, you've spiced up his day at least.
Yeah. C1 or A1 spirit as well as Griefer. Well, now this is my hole. Right. Revex. Hornet, there we go. Come on, Mr. Hornet. Up you go. Let's see. I gotta be careful here. Hornets can be a real problem. Oh, and he's got NDBs as well. Let's see here. Thundercat 1. Alright, well, if he's not going to cover his C1 spirit, then I'll kill the C1. Yeah. Oh, Hornet went right past me. Little corkscrew here. Ooh, they almost hit each other. Keep myself careful here because they're going to push me. So I'll go through. I just got to watch out for when the Hornet inevitably tries to merge me here. Not too worried about the Corsair. There we go. Push through. Deal with the C1 first, and then I can deal with... Yeah, I want to keep him in that portion of my screen, because if he gets too close... Here we go. Create an extension. The Hornet's going to try and push me again, so I got to get some distance. There we go. There we go. Alright, push through. Create more energy here, because I don't want that Hornet getting too close. Alright, he's going to try and cycle through. This C1 should be getting close to death here. There we go. watch the G's here. Probably gonna want to nav out because he's in trouble here.
Sorry about that.
Oh, good.
I've not somehow disabled the entire HUD. Is there a keybind to toggle the HUD on and off?
To toggle the HUD?
Yeah, like the user interface.
The Hornet's too close to me, so I'll extend out here. Could put the Hornet back behind me. All the while charging my guns. There we go. Took a piece of his engine off. Just got to make sure the Hornet doesn't get too close to me here. There, another piece of his engine off here. I'll come around the turn, keep the Hornet behind me. Push the Hornet on the other side of me again. Oh, that's a bomb. That's smart. Good for him. Didn't get me though. I didn't expect that. I think I killed him though. Yeah. Now I can deal with the Hornet. One final. Now I got some distance here. Oh, space bar, yeah. Alright. Nice. Basil here. What's he in? Gladius. That's probably more of a threat. Well, the Hornet's easier to kill, though. Hornet's a lot easier to kill. But where is the Hornet? There he is. Alright, there he is. Oh, now there's even more of them. Oh boy. Okay. I think it's a 5v1 now. Basil's separated though, so I might be able to test him, see how well he does in a duel. Well, Ravex is shooting at something he shouldn't be shooting at. Whoever's shooting him. Fear angry trees. Okay. Come here, Mr. Hornet. Oh, he warped! Alright. Is that C1 still? What's that guy? Oh, that's the Connie. Yeah, I could have used the interdictor because people are warping out now because their fight's losing.
Yes, apologies.
Oh, good.
Yep.
You're here?
Fighting bugs.
Oh, you're. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're fighting the bugs. Yeah.
Yeah. It is buggy day.
Yeah. Just sitting behind this Connie now. Mm-hmm. Oh, he just shield cycled. Oh, shield cycling, bro. And you can see his shield dropping, and then he'll just cycle it.
I think a character reset will be required. Do you know how I know? Because when I take my helmet off, I don't have a head.
Oh, you got the no head bug.
Yep. That's pretty funny. I remember there was a bug that was called the golf ball bug, and it'd turn your whole character into a little tiny compressed ball. That was a good one.
I did remember that, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put in a character reset and hopefully get my headless horseman status revoked.
Good fight, Hornet. That was a rate fight and a half there. Got right up underneath him. All right, back to what I was doing. God, I love the M50, dude. Absolutely love this little Jedi starfighter. There we go. Wow, it took a while to tick that over. It's over there. NPC.
Right, character reset request in.
Oh. Wow, that is some lag. It's the Connie. This toll's probably got people in it, so we should get one or two of you guys to jump in there. Pew 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 pew. Oh, what's this here? Come on, Mr. Hornet. Come on. Connie's trying to take pot shots at me here. Hornet's in trouble. Hornet's in trouble. He's in trouble. There it is. Something else is locking on to me here. Bardusi. Dance with me, baby.
Hola.
Hola, my friend.
How's A1 today?
Oh, you know, just hanging out. Oh, it's a Firebird
Oh,
that, that this guy's in. A ballistic Firebird. Interesting. Interesting choice. The man wishes to die. I shall oblige him.
Step right up. Are you getting into Star? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm just goofing around here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm just...
So is it true, A1? Is it true? So some people are trying to tell me, and that's why I'm like, I gotta hear it. I gotta have A1. The only authority I know is you. So, well, speculatively, okay? But
Wow.
anyways, I figured, you know, compared to them. But people are telling me it's fixed.
What's
People
fixed?
are telling me year of stability is here, the game is fixed, and it's being stable now.
What?
Yeah.
Who the
that's what
fuck
some
keeps
people
telling
are
you that
saying.
shit?
I don't know, but the game is fixed. The elevators are working.
Brother, I don't know what you're smoking or who you're talking to, but I want the good stuff. So you gotta hook me up because
Right.
that must be
Well,
some
I do live
that
in-
must be some S tier copium. I mean
do
that
live in Cali.
that's
and I
some
smoke
like
crazy.
homegrown like cartel copium, you know?
That's what I thought. I even told it's my friend Dublord, and I was like, dude, Dubby, shut up. The game's not fixed. He's like, no, man, I could ride the elevator. You got to get in here.
Okay. First of
like,
all,
bro.
the elevators are always gonna be busted.
Right. I was
Because
like, bro,
elevators
I
are
don't
tied
get-
to like servers, and servers are always going to be struggling no matter what, right? Did the guy wake
that's
up?
what I
Did the
asked.
guy wake up from a dream?
Well, that's what I asked him. I was like, Debbie, did they rewrite the whole code then? You
This
know, for
game
elevators?
is
Is
feature
transport
complete.
rewritten? He's like, no, but they put a Band-Aid on it, and it's. I haven't had any problems. I'm like, "Yeah, it's the same. You're just telling me the same shit from last year, bro.
Yeah.
I've heard this already. I played this game 4 fucking years now, dude. I already know. Like, you're fucking with my emotions, man.
Bro.
Because you get me excited. I want my game to work. And then you get me excited, and I come in, and I fall through the fucking map, bro.
Alright. I am currently dogfighting right now, so I apologize my tardiness here.
No, it's fine.
I'm just looking for...
But you, to you, it's the same Star Citizen.
It's the same, yeah.
Yeah.
It works, and it works, and it doesn't, and it doesn't.
What about this new orbital laser thing? How cool
It's
is
fun.
that?
That's fun.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch stream. I'm doing it right now.
Oh, all right. Oh shit! I didn't realize you were live.
Yes, sir. It's all good. All right, I'm on humble fee. Oh, almost had a collision. No. You don't get the runaway now. Warped out. Or did he? Apparently, no. Apparently he desynced and... Interesting. This is so much better in a duel, man. Trying to scale the gap here, but it's tough. I got his
I
shields
like
back.
what Willie the Pooh said to you.
What do you say?
He said, the old flight model was peak. It had its issues for sure, but the ability to perform complex maneuvers, etc., is what gave SE its soul. The learning curve was kind of fun, and having to train to be better as turns maneuvering Mercury, power triangle, it was really fun. I agree with him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
Yeah.
It was just a better experience, right? A lot of times we're just hitting speed walls and turns into like a not so interesting version of what we had before.
Well, and for me, his comment kind of resonates with you because you're the one who taught me what a lot of those things are. S-turn, merging.
Mhm.
You know, when I had to go put my nose on the pole for a while, I didn't understand
Nice.
why you made me do this. You know
Well,
what I
yeah,
mean?
putting your nose on the pole really builds
Wow.
that basic, right? You need the basics, otherwise...
Yes. But I didn't understand in the beginning, and I didn't understand what you meant by S-turn until you showed that video, and then I'm like, oh, fuck, and then you did it in front of me, and I'm like, oh, hey, oh, it makes sense now, it clicks. Wow, there really is this learning curve, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like fun. It
Okay,
was so much
Trinity,
fun
let me
to,
fight,
push
please. Let me fight, please. Please, let me fight.
Sorry.
I must concentrate on the pixel popping. The pixels of the pops. So Rydcop asks, what is nose on the pole? So nose on the pole is, well, I'll show you right now. So it's a drill that you guys do, you know, guys that come into Discord and kind of learn how to do stuff here is, let's say this is your pole, right? So what happens is you put your nose on it like this, and you keep as close as you can to the pole, like I'm doing here, and it kind of teaches you basic throttle discipline. So you want to stay just in the nose cone here, right? And so you use boost, you keep yourself in the pole. So right here, you're basically, and the closer you can get to the pole, right, then the more difficult the drill is. But you want to just stay on the pole, right? Because what's happening is you're putting someone in the box and you're going around and around. And you're managing your physical inputs to really learn, like, oh, okay. It's like speed bag drills when you're boxing, you know? It's repetition. It's a really good drill for rookies to learn basic throttle control.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now we just did the pole drill there. Now we're going to do the pole drill against Revex here, right? So once we do the same thing, right? Because, you know, we just imagine that he's a pole in space, and then we're going to guide ourselves into the turn. Unless he tries to extend out, which he's trying to do here, which is fine. Okay, go against my motion here. Take a dive in. He extends out. So I got to use a little bit of backstrafe here to not overshoot him. I'm just fighting him in mid-range here. And there we go, backstrafe hard because he's going to push through. Okay, and now we turn him into the pole. Right? Just like I was talking about before. Right? So we just turn him into the pole. I keep myself constantly moving around him here. So right now he's the pole, right? He's gonna nav out, so we're gonna do as much damage as we can before he navs out. Drop some missiles on him. There we go, 2 hits. Alright, he's gonna nav again. And we could probably get him before he goes. There, we got him. Right, so do you guys see, like, what I meant by the pole drill? Is, like, you turn him, but you gotta be careful, because, like, you can't just walk into him and just turn him into the pole drill. Like, you gotta manage your way on the inside, and then when you get that opportunity, then you basically put him as a fixed point in space and just keep moving around him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The speed wall makes me so mad, A1. I actually don't know how to stomach it this much. Well, I mean, Danger, I just do a lot of cocaine. I'm kidding.
Secret, I just get jacked.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Just get lit. No, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's what we have, right? So. And
I like the analogy of saying that the only thing is that the pole is moving. But
Correct.
Other than that, yes, I love this analogy you're using, that we're treating him as that routine we learned.
These are all tools
said,
in your
I didn't-
toolbox, right? Like that last fight, I implemented 4 different tools, right? One was merging, one was S turns because I was in mid range, one was corkscrews, and one was rate fighting, which is the pole drill, you know? And you have to transition between all those different styles and positions in a fight. If you're in something like an M50, you can actually utilize that correctly, you know?
Well, and we need to know what they are and when they need to be used too, though. Not just, we can't just do them willy-nilly. They come in certain times. Right?
Unless you're in a Gladius and you're getting ganked, then nothing you do matters because you just, like, there's no deflection capable of avoiding fire, so.
Correct.
So
But
you
in
just
a
die.
typical fight, though, in most times, though, there's an order to this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just do a lot of COC, so much 80s vibes in that comment. Yeah. Yeah. So it's an orbit in motion of a 3D motion. Sorta, yeah. We don't have any intel about the next flight model other than what's been publicly stated. But we know that CIG is ready to present something probably within the next few months. Probably maybe in the next month or two we'll start getting like limited testing. Maybe Evocati testing within the next like month and a half. Maybe from the rumors that I'm hearing.
Of a new model again?
Well, a new-ish model. Like it's got some old parts of Master Modes, but they're doing different stuff, so
Did you just say typical CGI or CGI? Did you just say typical to me that they're going to the old model again and
no,
fixing it
no,
again?
no. They're not going to the old model. They're
That's
going
better
to
not be what
a
it is.
Master Modes updated type. They're calling it operator modes, right? And so
we're sticking with master modes.
yes and no. Like
Okay.
so like they're gonna change afterburner. They're gonna add power management that's gonna affect the ship differently. All new tunings and philosophies. So, you know.
I want my power management.
Rev, how you
like
doing,
the
brother?
triangle again.
Rev, did you watch my foundations course? Because that might give you some tips on some of the basics here. Because a lot of times, like today, we talked about the pole drill, and a lot of people don't even know about it. And it's like, in my opinion, the pole drill is like, let's say you go to a martial arts gym. Everyone knows it's like you hold the pads, you do the punching, right? Everyone knows like, oh, you do 1, 2, 3, whatever. I mean, pole drill is in the same vein. It's like, as
It's
a
a
pilot,
fundamental.
it's like, it's just part of you should know this, you know? And if you don't, that's fine. Now you know, I can actually, you know what I should do? I should just make a video on it. I should clip that from the stream and just make a video, put some graphics up and explain to people like, look, this is one skill set that you can practice, you know, to do your kind of merges, right?
Yep. I agree with you. And it's
Yeah.
a 101.
And yeah, for people watching stream, Rev has the right idea. So I wish more people were like Rev. It's like, they don't come in with a fucking big ego and try to start shit. They come in, they're like, hey man, great stuff, like, want to learn. If you keep that mindset, you keep the rookie mindset, even when you get better, you stay a rookie, I think you're going to achieve like incredible results. But a lot of people sometimes, and I've been guilty of this too, is you get to a point where you become like at a certain tier of player that you kind of take things for granted. And then it kind of seeps into your bones a bit. It's hard. There's a different, like there's a clear divide between confidence and arrogance, and you gotta. It's a hard line to trot sometimes, because a lot of times people will mistake confidence for arrogance, and it's just not the case, right?
Hey, can I comment though that your teachings give some players confidence to play too, though?
That's good.
Because
That is the
I
point.
used to be afraid of PvP until you guys taught me, and now I'm capable.
Yes. And that's the win I'm talking about, where it's there's always going to be fallout, you know what I mean? Like there's always going to be folks that, it's just everyone's got a different personality, but for the most part, I think it brings a lot more people into the game and into a place where they can actually enjoy the game better if they're getting more success. Because let's be honest, nobody likes to play a game and just lose all day, every day. Like that's just not fun.
No, it
like,
didn't feel good.
You got to get some success, confident arrogance is the way statics. Here, let me get my aviators. I am good. Anyway.
I wonder if confident arrogance is like willful ignorance, you know? Just
I guess. You know, what's been a struggle for me is learning master modes in terms of like knowing when I can skill the gap and when like no amount of my skill is going to matter, you know? And that's been the hardest thing.
The thing you said, master modes, I thought your biggest complaint was our SCM speeds. I thought that was the
that
one
is
thing you
that
didn't
is
like.
one of the big problems with the design of this mode. But that is also, again, speeds go directly in line with acceleration. So if you had these speeds with dramatically lower accelerations, you would have something like the old flight model, right? It would play slower and not feel as fast. And I just personally think that sucks because, you know, speed is fun.
Yeah.
But having
was.
24 Gs is kind of nuts. Like it is, that's a little fast.
That's
you know?
back when it used to watch you black out every single turn.
Yeah, like I would much rather see the game max out around 9 Gs and then just allow for a larger space for us to fly in where we could build energy and maintain that energy in a fight. Like the reason I love the M50, and I've told you guys this before, why do I love the M50, guys? Like, I'll ask both YouTube and Twitch chat here. Why does A1 love the M50? I'm sure you'll get the meme, because it's a fucking ship that runs away. But, like, I'm serious. Like, I'm asking a serious question here. Why do I like the M50 so much? Because it has movement. Yeah. Because it can build and maintain energy. Boom. Mage said it right there, right? Maintains energy. Well, what is energy? Energy is momentum, right? Can you carry your momentum through a turn? So if you think about it in this term, right? Why in World War II were some planes significantly better than others? The reason is because a lot of those planes in World War II that were doing very well, because they could have higher altitudes and maintain higher energy because of their airframe. Either they had a bigger engine or they had a better airframe or whatever, right? So being able to fly at much higher altitudes means that you can choose when you want to engage. So just like your SCM speed, your altitude is your SCM speed. So if I am in a Mustang in World War II and I'm sitting at 20,000 feet and the next plane, you know, the Fokker-Wulf can only get to 1,800 feet, then I can always stay above that Fokker-Wulf and I can choose when I want to dive and engage him. It's exactly the same as if an M50 and a Hornet are fighting. Obviously, the Hornet has more gunpowder, but I choose when to engage and I go nose to tail when I want to. And obviously, the Hornet doesn't have guns in the back of it, so I have an advantage there, right? Now, just like in Star Citizen, Master Mode says they don't want to make World War II in space, but they're doing everything to simulate a World War II environment, right? With, for some reason, missiles that desync through everything and go 100 times faster than the fighters. Like, they have such a weird, like, it's such a weird hybrid mishmash of bullshit. And now we have this weird Frankenstein of a flight model, you know? So, you know, it's what I've been begging CIG for years now, is just like finalize your flight model in terms of the concept, design, and systems. And then you can start adding tons and tons of ships, because now that you have the base plate, now you can start adding and moving things around. But you got to get that template finished. You got to get the bones done. And for like right now, they've got all these ligaments and muscles attached to bones that go nowhere. And everyone's like, what the fuck are we creating? It's some weird hybrid animal being grown in a lab that looks hideous. It's just, you know?
Some sort of weird chimera here.
Yeah, it's some kind of weird COVID fucking monster they're building, you know?
Yep. I'm not gonna say it was China.
They're trying to get me with the virus. They're trying to get me with the virus. They're trying to get me with master modes. I said it wouldn't work.
Here's a good one. Yeah, I said it would. Yeah. Here's a good one. Yeshua asks, and I'm kind of curious about this same thing. Can you explain a little bit of the difference between alpha damage and burst DPS?
Yeah, alpha damage is an artillery strike, and
Okay.
burst DPS is a machine gun that has 5,000 rounds.
Oh, well, okay.
Think
Simple
about
answer.
think about it, right? Like I shoot and just never stop. And alpha damage is like I fire once every minute, but when it hits, it's like everything dies. Right? But if I don't kill that thing in that strike, then I got to wait a minute to shoot again. So overall, the machine gun might have done more damage over time. But if I'm shooting at a fucking hut of sand, that artillery strike is going to destroy that hut.
Done, yeah.
Right? So you got to know what weapon system to employ for what target, right? Obviously, alpha striking a Polaris off the grid, you'd need like a size 20 torpedo, you know? But to alpha strike an arrow off the grid, I mean, all you need is a size 5 gun and you can fucking one-shot it. Like, you know, it doesn't matter if it takes you 2 minutes to fire it. If it kills it in one shot, then you can take all the time in the world, you know? So that's
But then the sand gets everywhere.
yeah. So again, alpha is how much damage you can do per one shot, right? It's volley damage. Whereas burst damage is like, how much do I do in a short amount of time? So burst damage is what you'd want for like repeaters, small fighters, but you require tracking the target, right? And then sustained damage. Yeah, and then sustained damage is like over the course of the battle, like how much overall damage am I going to inflict on the enemy? And, you know, that's what your capital ships come in, because they can just shoot and never stop, and they're shooting big guns and they just never run out of power. They're just constantly shooting, you know? So eventually you just level whatever you're shooting at. That's the difference between
alphas.
I mean, those are the only 3 types of damage. All weapons are variations of those 3 characteristics. That's it. You could add a 4th, which is hit scan, but again, it falls into those 3 categories. Do you make a hit scan alpha? Do you make a hit scan burst DPS? Or do you make a hit scan damage over time? That's all that matters. Like there is nothing else. Every weapon in history, every weapon throughout every video game falls into those 3 categories. Alpha, burst DPS, or sustained damage. That's it. There is nothing else. You know? How you get that? Yeah, but again, it falls into those 3 categories, right? The mechanics of the delivery, so the mechanics of how the weapon system applies its damage is unique to the type of weapon system. But damage is applied in those 3 ways. End of story. There's nothing else, right? Like, it's just people overcomplicate Star Citizen, and it really is not like that overcomplicated.
So in your opinion, what's the most important out of all of that? Would it be damage per second?
No, it depends on the type of target you're shooting.
Done?
It depends on the type of target you're shooting, right? So if you're shooting a target that can be one shot, then it's alpha damage, right?
Yes.
If you're shooting a target that requires burst damage because you have enough damage in your magazine to get the kill. So like, for example, and I'll say this here, my NDB repeaters, if I hit all my shots, can, in a single magazine, kill a Gladius if I hit 100% of my shots, which means that I can shoot, bang, get the kill, and then I wait for my guns to recharge. But the target's been destroyed, so I'm not taking into account the 10 seconds it takes to get my weapons back to 100%. The target's already been killed, right? So do I have a weapon system that is going to be better for, you know what I mean? Like, I have enough damage to kill light fighters with my 2 NDBs. Now, if I shoot a Polaris, I actually do less damage than if I had, let's say, a Minsky cannons or something else, because I can shoot those and the recharge is super fast and it's just constant damage. So overall, I do more damage to a Polaris if I had different guns. But with the NDBs, I do more damage in a short amount of time, and I have enough damage to finish small kills, which is what I'm designed to do. That's why I use NDBs. Does that make sense? So you got to know what tool, like you got to know what tool to bring to the job. It's like you don't bring a fucking handsaw to cut down a tree. You bring a handsaw to cut limbs off small shit, right? But imagine if you brought a giant chainsaw to take out the small little hedges that you're trying to trim at home. People would look at you like you're a fucking psychopath, right? You got to know what tool to bring to the job. Does that make sense?
The fuck is he out there doing?
Yeah, the guys with the fucking chainsaw trying to cut his trees. Like, it's just freaking. Imagine cutting the grass with a chainsaw. You'd be like, you're psychotic. All right, cutting your grass with a chainsaw is cutting the grass with a chainsaw is the similar to using a size 10 railgun on an Idris and trying to one-shot arrows. That is the same energy. You know what I mean? So,
Oh my God.
but like, you want to use the right tool for the job, right?
Yeah. I want to see you do that just once. I want to see you come in and just overkill it. So
I overkill so much stuff all the time, though. Like, all I do is overkill.
well, yeah.
I cut my grass with a
Especially
chainsaw.
when you're in your Merlin, that's the one shit.
I
that you
love
think
my
about
Archimedes,
when you-
man.
I
Not
know
the
I
Merlin, the
fucking hate
Archimedes. The Archimedes is my
Or
favorite.
your Archimedes. Sorry. Yes, your Archimedes.
It's a
fucking hate
faster,
that shit.
better M50. It's awesome.
I know. I hate that shit when you're flying it.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking look at you when you're flying it. I've been in arena with you, and I can't even track you or see you.
Yeah, well, I
At
mean,
least when you're driving that stupid M50, at least I can look at you. I'm gonna die, but at least I saw you.
so right now, the damage I'm doing to Astronix, because I can't kill him in a single magazine, means I have to kill him with sustained damage, right? I have to put damage on him, and over time, eventually I wear him out until he's dead, right? Now, if he was in a light fighter, I would be burst damaging, but because I have to wait for my guns to reload, then, you know. There we go.
What
See,
would you say that
see,
the
my guns
heavy
are reloading.
fighters
So
use?
this time that it takes me to reload is getting filtered into my damage over time, right? And this is what people need to understand. Okay, he's kind of going to nav.
Speaking about nav, update. The Mantis is en route.
Nice.
If you do get the no head bug, the fix I found is just to go back to the game main menu and change your gender.
Really? That works.
Yeah, gives you a new head.
Not from a Jedi. Hunting birds with a flamethrower. Yeah, same thing, right? That's like trying to kill arrows with a Corsair. Just doesn't, you know, like you have more damage on a Corsair. Like you'd kill like 5 or 6 fighters in a single magazine. But you're not going to apply that damage because like it's just going to fly away from you, right? The problem right now is Star Citizen has a game where the Sparrow or the small Blue Jay can kill an elephant because it's just a matter of time before they die to 1,000 cuts to death, you know?
That leads good into what I want to ask you, and I've heard you talk about this before, A1. What do you think the heavy fighter's place is in Star Citizen?
Well, I've been
And I
pretty
know that
vocal
that's
about
kind of
this.
contentious.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
pretty vocal about this. I don't think the idea or the whole concept of heavy fighters makes sense at all. It really doesn't. Because even in World War II, the heavy fighters, which weren't really a thing, like the fighters that were typically less turn rate, were super high energy and had rear-facing guns. Like the old American Corsairs and like the long versions, like I can't remember the name of that one, but those were really high-speed fighters. Like they were... I'll let these two fight it out. They were really high-speed fighters. Like in a dive, like that fighter could outrun a lot of fighters. It would outrun the Japanese Zeros because the Japanese Zeros could turn really well and they were really light, but they didn't have a strong engine. So the American fighters always came from higher above and just dove and killed them. You know?
But like in Star Citizen, though, like what is the F8's place? 'Cause
The
it
F8
seems
Lightning?
homeless right now.
The F8
Yeah,
Lightning as
it
a...
seems
Okay,
like it's
so
homeless.
here's the problem. Heavy fighters need to be reconceptualized. The idea of heavy fighters, if it stays the same as Star Citizen, heavy fighters will always and forever be basically a meme. They will not be effective because they won't be able to win dogfights and they won't be as good as bombers. So they're going to be a hybrid between two and they can't do either well. So your heavy fighters are basically going to be nothing but bob bashing tools because like...
And I hate hearing that because I love my F8.
Yeah, but I mean this...
So I really
this-
don't like what you're saying, you know?
Yeah, but I would like to see Star Citizen move towards light, medium, and heavy fighters, similar to like. You have to think all fighters should perform like fighters. Okay? So what I mean by that is if you are a starfighter, you are a starfighter first. That's your primary role, is to be a fucking starfighter. Now, a Vanguard, for example, is a heavy starfighter. It's a fighter. Unless you're going to reclassify it as a support ship, which is basically its role right now as a support ship because it can't fight out of a paper bag, then you need to create a space in the overall geometry of dogfighting that allows heavy fighters to be utilized well. I personally think heavy fighters should have the highest top speeds of all the fighters and have the highest energy, but they have the lowest turn rates and they have the lowest response because they're very heavy. So they lend themselves to high energy, high speed diving runs, teamwork, group play, that kind of stuff. You're not going to take a duel in a heavy fighter and be like, oh, we're doing so great. You know, the turret's going to help kind of push people away, but it's mostly a deterrent rather than like a really important thing, you know? But right now, heavy fighters are slow, low speed, low energy, low everything, low turn rate. Like they don't have anything that they bring to the table except for better DPS. But DPS means nothing if you can't apply it or actually effectively use it and utilize it on target. Right?
And I've heard you say that countless.
Yeah. So why would I bring a heavy fighter? Why would I bring a heavy fighter that is 100% going to lose a fight? And then, like, that's the thing too, is like, if you lose the fight, like, that's it. Like, there is no more strategy because you're dead. So bringing bombers in is pointless because you've lost your fighter screen. Whoever loses their fighter screen first loses the ability to bring heavier assets on the field to deal with the bigger stuff that you're engaging, right? So if you're trying to kill a Polaris, for example, we bring our M50s in there and we clear out all the enemy fighters. Why? So that we can bring our Eclipses, our Polaris, Corsairs, larger vessels with bigger guns to the fight to finish the big thing that we're actually trying to kill. So while they're respawning and getting their ships back in the fight, we have plenty of time to come in with heavier assets and finish the kill. The M50 at that point basically kicks its legs back and goes like, our job is done. And it's exactly what I've been saying since day one. Like, we might shoot at the Polaris and the M50 to just kind of tickle it because we're bored, but we're not killing Polarises with groups of M50s. We're killing Polarises because we're clearing the airspace, winning the battle, and then bringing heavier assets in to finish the actual critical mission objective. That's what we're doing. And it's not like it's Arena Command. You can't just respawn and come back in the fight. You're fucking dead, right? Lo and behold, the server's probably going to lock you up for 10 minutes, so you can't get back into the fight for a while. You know, it takes time to organize. It takes time to regroup and reorganize. Like, it takes time to get a fight back going. And if you trickle in one at a time, you're fucked. You might as well just give the fight up. So in the time it takes to reform and come in for a second wave, it's likely that the enemy team has either lost their Polaris or lost their bigger ship. And this is, of course, with shield glitching, which makes ships almost invincible unless you have exorbitant amounts of DPS on the field. Tank says, we have 4 fighters and a Polaris holding down Grim on my server. Tank, can you add me and also send me the names of those people so that we can run a check on them? I just want to make sure I'm not shooting blues.
Now, I might be wrong, but I thought what I heard when you were talking is that heavy fighters might be effective in a group, though, like a squadron.
But they're not right now. That's what I'm saying. They're not effective in a group. Okay. They get beat out by all the fighters, and they don't bring in like a Hornet. A Hornet has the same DPS as a Hurricane, and it's a single-man fighter, whereas a Hurricane requires 2 people. So for 2 Hornet Mark IIAs, you can have 1 Hurricane, which is not as good and still loses in every situation. Why would I bring a heavy fighter? There is literally no reason known to man right now that a heavy fighter can do better than any other ship class right now. And the funny thing is, the insulting thing about this is recently Star Citizen buffed their heavy fighters by like a 1% turn rate advantage, and they did like small changes. It made me want to scream because it's like screaming into a tone deaf room. They're like, oh, we're going to fix heavy fighters. And they don't do a goddamn thing. And it's like, you know, they don't understand why heavy fighters are not performing well. They look at their spreadsheet and they're like, oh, these ships aren't doing well. We're gonna change some of these numbers around. But they make changes to the numbers in a vacuum where they don't understand what's really affecting fights on a larger scale. It's like going to the doctor and saying, oh, you have this problem, take these pills. And then you take those pills and your kidney shut down. And it's like, oh, well, we didn't realize that it affects your whole body and it does all these other things, all these other knock-on effects, which then affects this, 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 and this. And then all of a sudden you're dead, right? So it's the same thing. Star Citizen is like a holistic experience for combat. You can't just take a microcosm of one thing and be like, oh, we should change these numbers around. Like it's all part of the body of combat, in my personal opinion. Now, it takes an expert to understand what that body of combat looks like and have a consistent, realistic vision of what that combat can look into. And I've been begging CIG to like take my advice and to figure these things out for years, but they've mostly just told me I'm fucking stupid. So at this point, like I make the videos and I don't really feel like I need to say much anymore because they clearly think they have it all figured out. And then here, lo and behold, A1 is on stream in an M50, absolutely wrecking military grade A F7 Hornets in small gangs of M50s. And it's like, why is the F1 car doing better than the F22?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want to sound like an asshole. I know I preach to the choir to you guys, but it's immensely frustrating for someone like me who's an experienced player who's been playing this game for 10 years, literally writing the book on space combat for this game. And yes. CIG just does the same mistakes over and over again. They make all these iterations and they just don't seem to learn, you know, and nothing ever changes. Like a bunch of stuff changes, but guess what, guys? The M50 has been meta since 2014. Nothing's changed. It's 2025. 2014 was when the M50 was meta. It's always been meta. It's always been meta.
Well, I kind of thought the Gladi was a bit meta too, though.
Gladius has always been good. It's gone up and down in effect in this, but ultimately the smallest, fastest, best platform, because it's not the ships so much, it's the guns. Because whatever and that's the thing is, an NDB repeater system on an M50 works just like that on a Mark II Hornet. So if I have the same guns on a Mark II Hornet as I do an M50, then the guns are identical. I just pick the platform, i.e. the fighter, that's going to allow me to deliver those guns to the target in the safest, fastest, most effective way possible. And then that becomes the meta fighter. You know, why was the Mark II Hornet before this flight model meta? Because it had 27 Gs, higher than any other fighter in its class. So it had medium fighter DPS with above interceptor level accelerations, which means they could come into a fight, kill a bunch of stuff, and leave before any other ship in the game could do anything about it, before it could even turn its nose around. So what ended up happening was all these ships started performing around those meta fighters, and all the changes they've done hasn't made any difference. The small fighters have always been the best and will continue to be the best because it's literal geometry. It's like small stuff moving fast is harder to hit. End of story. Like, it's not rocket science, but apparently the CIG it is. And they seem to think that they're going to find a way to figure out this mechanical problem by adding in all these other mechanics. We're going to add flak. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And at that point, it's like, it just, like you're putting band-aids on a problem. It's like you've got a patient who's got a broken leg, and your job is to fix that patient. CIG is going in there, not putting a splint or putting any kind of sutures in there to correct the leg. They just slap a band-aid around it and start putting little band-aids around all the little fucking scratches, and they're just like, it'll heal on its own. Don't worry about it. And it's like, okay, you stop the bleeding.
If it doesn't heal, we'll cut it off and give it a new leg.
Yeah. Like, no, I want them to cut it off and give us a new leg, because then at least we can stand. Like,
well, only for a minute until that one breaks again. I
mean, not the regular band-aids, the colorful one for babies. Yeah, they gave the community a sucker. They put some band-aids on it, and they're like, there's Master Mode, shut up. And, you know, it just makes me giggle, because it's like, if they continue down this path, which they clearly seem, you know, intent on doing, then you're not really going to have a great combat experience, which then, you know, your game is going to slowly turn into this, like, weird Frankenstein that, again, doesn't know what it wants to be. And you're going to go around and around and around and around and around in a circle, you know, trying to fix the same issues for, I mean, we have been playing Star Citizen for 10 years. For 10 years. And The M50 is still meta. You know, I just, at this point, yeah, like I said, I kind of giggle, right?
Important. I think something you said is very important earlier. You said it seems like they do this in a vacuum.
They do. They 100% do it in a
For some
vacuum.
reason,
They're
that's
convinced.
now hard
They're
to get.
convinced it's their game. They know better. They're super smart.
Yep.
And it's like, all right, you're super smart. You claim all that stuff, but you've made the same mistake for 10 years. What's the deal? You know, at some point you got to call them out. And I hate to say it. You know, and I know that we you know, they're trying to make this game and it's incredibly difficult. And I got nothing but love for those guys. But
Well, they've done so much right. They have done so many things correctly.
some things, yeah. I
Things
mean,
that
Downey,
they're not doing.
there's a lot of problems with design. I think the overall game design of the persistent universe is significantly misinformed because it doesn't take into account human nature. Like, you can't make a game and expect people to all play nice in the sandbox because that's not human nature. If you create an anarchical system, which it's like every man for himself, the Wild West, like, you're going to incentivize people to be the worst parts of themselves. But because that's
why Pyro is the
that's
way
a
it is.
video game, right? That's just the way it is. Yeah, but
Yeah.
not even just Pyro, just in general, like, people are going to just go around and just do shitty things
Yes.
all the time.
They
Oh,
were
yeah.
doing that in Stanton first, so
Yeah, absolutely.
They're still
You
doing
know,
it in
so
Stanton because
they're still
there's
doing
no
it in Stanton.
consequences.
It's just worse in Pyro now because you don't go to prison.
Andros, I'm going to take a recon and see what this other server, apparently there's a whole bunch of guys engaging at Grimhex, so we'll take a look.
That's what I want to watch is trashing people.
Oh, could Peace Loving Decoy get an invite, please? At some point, the game kicked me out of party. While
Yeah,
I was doing-
I'll send
fighting
you an
the
invite
bugs.
here. Yeah, and look, I want to be very clear here, guys. Like, I'm very passionate about this game, this project. I really have high hopes for it. It's the only game I have left that really I'm interested in. No other video game out there really captures my imagination like Star Citizen. So, and I genuinely think
I applaud that.
that we have the potential to make it really great. But I really do feel like sometimes CIG is getting in their own way with combat and all that stuff. And I think they got to have a bit of a humility crisis because for whatever reason, they seem to think that they're going to reinvent the wheel of 6 degrees of fighting. And it's just not the case.
That's not that. No, that's
You
not
know?
the case at all.
To the ASOC vehicle retrieval
We have that
system.
model. It
Uh,
exists.
what I
all they
and
need
what
to
I
do is
fear
use
is, and what I fear the most though is CIG's gonna. They always seem to take the easy route, like, not in terms of like choosing to make Star Citizen because that was obviously the hard one, but the easy route in like, I'm worried they're gonna be like, oh, we're just gonna make hit scan weapons because they can't seem to figure out the velocity issue, so they're like, oh, whatever, we'll just put hit scan weapons in there, and in my opinion, that is a surefire way to kill your game. It's a surefire way to kill your
Yeah,
game.
I'm gonna get pissed
know?
if that happens.
Yeah, you add hit scan weapons in, I mean, it becomes Elite Dangerous, but worse. And like, there's a
Yeah,
reason
I'm
why Elite Dangerous isn't really played by a lot of people. It's because it's fucking boring.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I've been muted. Dude, I've been killing people for the last, like, 3 or 4 minutes. Like, they've been coming at me one after one after one after one.
Yeah, I know. I've been kind of killing a few of them too here. So I'm going to go take a look at this other server. Invite to party. Andros is in. Who else needs invite? Krovik?
15.
Yeah, sure. Send Krovik an invite.
At least you'll be in party there. Yeah.
Are we saying a server or do you want to back us backing up?
No. I'm gonna join. I'm just gonna do a recon on tank here. Epic Stellar. Let's see here.
Let me know if you send it because it's been super buggy.
I
for me.
sent it. So this is
Yeah,
a Asia fucking server. Fuck. Well,
Fun.
yeah, I'm not playing on an Asian server. It's gonna be so laggy, dude. Like, please don't get me wrong, guys that are watching stream. I'm not complaining, right? I love Star Citizen. I want the best for the game, right? I just feel sometimes that, you know, what sucks for me is like I feel like I have so many of the solutions and I have evidence to back it up and I have testimony and experience to prove that like what I'm saying is true. For the last 6 years of running this channel, I have consistently and regularly been correct over time with all the stuff I've been talking about with combat. I said, you know, like when Master Modes first came, right? Remember what I told you guys? I said, look at the tier list. You know, these ships are winning team fights. This is what's going on, and all of that stuff is as clear as day happening. And to me, it's a shame because it's like I would have thought by now, CIG would be like, okay, maybe A1 does know what he's talking about, and been a little more willing to listen. But CIG doesn't seem to want to listen. And I can't tell whether that's because they're just not interested in making the game better for PvP, or they're just not interested in making a game that they don't feel like it's like the whole, Greek wedding thing, right? Where, it's like they want to come up with the idea. So I feel like what's going to happen is eventually they're going to come up with the same shit I've been talking about like years down the road. And they're going to be like, oh man, we had this amazing, like, come to Jesus moment basically. And they're going to make it so it's like, oh, it's their idea. And it's like, guys, we've been telling you this for like 6 years. I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. I mean, I can't do anything about it. I mean, Sig's going to Sig. It is what it is, right, guys? So, in the meantime, I will teach you folks.
Takes, though. And your opinions are good on this, and you have good takes. And yeah, you do teach us a lot, and that is why we like your opinions on, because they are good takes. And there's things some of us might not even think about or realize.
Interceptor should tackle, not kill. Well, so, okay, so you're thinking EVE Online 10. And that's dangerous, and here's why. EVE Online focuses on a rock, paper, scissors system. For Star Citizen, rock, paper, scissors does not work, and here's why. Rock, paper, scissors is an inherently non/unskill-based solution to a more complex problem. The reason why EVE Online works with a rock, paper, scissors system is because you don't actually need to be physically, mechanically good at the game. You just need to be able to click here, here, and here, and have the calculation basically run itself. And you have skill points. You have all these other factors which go into your character, which take a lot of time, like sometimes years of character development for that. So your character has torpedoes level 5. And all of that filters in.
That's why we call it spreadsheet.
Right, and all that filters into the overall battle sphere. So when ships go into battle, there's always this kind of random metric because it's like, ooh, do you have 20 or 50 really experienced guys, or do you have 20 or 50 kind of newbies? And that changes the dynamic of the overall calculation. But EVE Online is a spreadsheet. It's a big calculation. That's why rock, paper, scissors works. It's the same kind of idea that when you play Dungeons and Dragons, you roll a dice and it's like, oh, I rolled a 2 or I rolled a D7 or whatever.
Yep.
EVE Online works on the same premise. Star Citizen does not. You can't go to golf and swing a golf club. Like, you have to swing the golf club. You have to train for months and months, sometimes years. Correct, right? Before you can actually start getting, eagles and birdies and all that stuff. It's a physical skill. You have to put time in to get good at golf. Whereas CIG is like, we're going to make everyone play golf, but we're going to make them play Mario Golf, except for you don't even need to swing. You don't even need to swing the stick anymore. You just roll a dice, and if you roll a 7, you get the most amazing swing. Boom, hole in one. Oh my God, everyone's happy. And they have the illusion of skill, because it's like everyone's playing golf now. Look at all these people playing golf. And it's not golf though, because you're inherently changed the dynamic, the fundamental system of which underlies the experience. Star Citizen is a skill-based thing. You, the physical human being, is the dynamic that goes into your character in the game. You as a human being, your knowledge, your skill, the stuff that you put in it's actually you, right? And that is one of the beautiful things about Star Citizen, and Master Modes started to take that away. It started to offload it more onto the random RNG side, and that I think is really the attack on the soul of Star Citizen is why Master Modes was taken so poorly by the community. Is because it was a betrayal of the heart of what Star Citizen was always meant to be, and people can see it from a mile away, and it's not a far stretch, and people should understand this. It's not a far stretch to say that can't go towards the direction of pay to win, because we already have mechanics in place that favor that style of solution. And that is what people are scared of. And that's what most people don't want to talk about, but it is the truth. And so you can either believe it and see it for what's happening, or you can stick your head in the sand until eventually the game starts to turn into spreadsheets, RNG in space, and you'll lose the very heart of what made Star Citizen so beautiful. And sure, it'll make a lot of money, but that won't be the game that you play with your son or daughter that's growing up. That won't be the game that you play 10 years from now. And that won't be the game that you have memories of for the rest of your life, because you'll only have the bitterness of what promise was made and what never got achieved, right? And it's because of weak people in positions of whether authority or whether it's management or whatever the case may be, and they're making decisions based on money and not decisions based on what's really important, and that's the soul of the game, right? It's my personal opinion. You can take it for what it is, but I've been through this game since the very beginning. A lot of us have, and we've seen the game go through the ups and downs. And I strongly believe that it's going to require us as a community to kind of demand in a polite way CIG to correct course, because the Master Modes was clearly a course correction in the wrong way. And if we don't change that soon, then we will lose the very thing that I think made this game the billion-dollar success that it claims it wants to be, right? And it's heartbreaking because a lot of us have spent so much money in the game, it's hard for us to pull away. It's like a relationship where you spent too long in, right? It's like, oh, I can fix her. We've talked about this before. But, you know, at some point, it's like, if she continues to do bad things or make bad choices, you got to cut away. And Star Citizen, for me, is getting to that point where if they continue to make poor choices in the fundamentals of combat, then I personally will have no choice but to cut away, because the game will simply betray what it was always meant to be, and that is to be a skill-based, immersive experience that we can all invest our time in for decades to come, right? So, anyway, I don't know how I got on that tangent. There's your soapbox speech for the day, guys.
Yeah, no, it's like Mass Modes was the slightest. They started steering in the right direction, and then they just decided to turn the wheel or what? Complete 180 on it.
Yeah.
They needed to steer away from that old flight model for, accessibility, which they did, but then they're just like, yeah, let's keep turning.
38, you're right, brother. Yeah, time is always the healer. And yeah, I agree, Peace. All right, I'm pulling out the M50. I'm going to just take a look and see. Sorry, Red. I apologize, man. I'm fucking everyone's names up today.
Nah.
Andros was muted. He might be muted again.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's left the channel.
Oh, he's AFK, yeah.
God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
No, he's in Bob Holding now.
A1 for president. Tremendous. We're going to make Star Citizen great again.
Oh, do you want to have a laugh? I saw on Twitter, obviously for the Republic of Ireland, kind of looking to get into the presidential race there. That's quite entertaining if it does happen.
No politics. I'm just going to avoid that.
Well, Conor McGregor is looking to run for president of the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'll stay in my lane of Star Citizen internet spaceships.
Yeah, we can be a daft pod. That's what we're here for.
Space combat is your politics.
Yeah,
Yeah, we play games to get away from all that.
Yeah.
And just escape for a while.
I want nothing to do with that. No thanks.
I was like, that's just hilarious.
Alright. Target status. They put the button for power off right beside the frickin' MFDs. What?
Yeah.
Alright.
No, that's where all the big money goes. Those where they put these buttons.
Bro. So yeah, they don't need all that drama in my life. Make Star Citizen fun again. Massimo's basically tariffs as a flight model. We're gonna put a speed tariff on, 100% speed tariff.
More like a 200%.
You're gonna bring the speed back to America. Bring the speed back to America.
Speed back to Terra.
let's see what kind of shenanigans are going on around here.
We'll build the speed back into Star Citizen, and we'll make the Bobs pay for it.
Yeah. We'll build the speed back. Alright. Oh, I can already see it laggy as fuck. Oh, this is why I stay away from Asian servers. Alright, let's give it a shot.
Just wait for the day when we get the Agent Zergs.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of US Zerg Storm groups out there too, so.
Yeah, but they kill in comparison to the Asian Zergs.
Can someone get Andros? I'll need a wingman here because it's super laggy. Like, it's really laggy. A little closer here. Yeah. This is where the Gladius is strong, right? So, Andros, you coming?
I jumped down, he should be coming, but
Did you say he was going to come join?
kind of made like the ground of like, alright, fine.
I know.
Because I think he's having fun in his little
I know.
corner of space.
I need him.
Mantis is on grid, but we can't QD. Too close to.
Yeah, I'm going to try and drag him out here. Tix McGee. Weird name. Well, I can stall for time here, but I'm not going to be able to beat a Gladius at its own game. Gladius is much stronger in the duel here. So what I have to do is deny the kill as long as I can until my wingman gets here, and then I can really start working on him.
Right, QD is up. Let's see if I'm in range. Maybe, yeah. I'm in range.
Yeah. Especially because there's so much desync. Oh. And I can't beat the turn rate of a Gladius either, so I'm kind of just... It's kind of a stalemate, right? And this is, again, master modes, right? Because the archetype that I have, like, I can't beat the duel of a Gladius, but it's fine. We talked about this. You just got to know your strengths and know where your ship performs well in. So this guy doesn't seem to be that particularly skilled, though, so I might be able to just get underneath him here. And he's in a... There we go. He's in a Hornet, so I can just undercut him here, unrate him.
Should I bring a Hornet or a Gladius?
Got missile inbound on you, Avenger 1.
It may be on someone, but it's not on me.
He fired it at you. Don't know whether it locked on or not.
Yeah, it didn't lock on, so I'm lucky. Nice. That interdiction is really helping here.
Oh, it's a Polaris that's on you. Thardus.
Well, I wouldn't say it's on me, but there we go. I got the Hornet down. The Hornet's so much easier to kill than the Gladius, dude. Just trying to finish it here. There we go. Got one down. Okay, so I got rid of the Gladius. Sorry, the Hornet. Andros, are you? I need you.
Left my server. I'm supporting Krovik.
I need you!
There's another missile coming towards you.
There's Asians! There's so many!
Oh, okay. Well, Asians are Legion, man. I don't know if I can help you with that.
Get over here!
look for an Asian Gothic mommy is all I can tell you.
At least the Star Trek music makes me calm. Trying to track pixels with the desync here, it's hard. I'll try to get underneath him here.
Yeah, you do have a Polaris chasing you.
That's good to know. Ironically enough, well, I think I might have him on the ropes here.
Ooh, Red 15 has joined the battle. The battle is joined.
The battle is joined. Try it. Like, if he's smart, he would push me. He's not pushing my position. He's trying to kite me, and I'm in the kiting fighter of the galaxy here, so. Oh, I think he might have made his first and last mistake. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Lead the target a bit more. Oh, yeah, I got him. Got him. Good
Put
fight.
pressure on him.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, there's more of them. We know there's more of them.
TARDIS in the Polaris.
All right, well, we killed 3 of their fighters. Should be more of them. The players should be tackled, right?
That's the Polaris is tackled. Acknowledged.
All right.
I need to get my vernacular down right. I was listening to your fight versus, you know, those who will not be named. And that was really tight comms. I kind of need to learn that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, communication is such an important part about...
I think that Polaris may be manned.
It's manned, I think, but...
I'm thinking of getting shot at by the turrets.
Yeah, let's... Oh, no. Barda Wolf is engaging red. Oh, hang in there, red. I'm on him.
Yeah.
Okay, just drag him by me, and I'll...
I think I'm able to fucking target him.
Yeah.
Target option for him. Even though he's right on my nose at times. There you go.
Get a missile on him.
Yeah.
He's gonna push me. I'm gonna push him. There we go. He's gonna push me again. Lead turn. Here we go. I got him now. There we go. This will be a push, like a really hard push here, but worth it. He's super lit now. Well, he's coming back around. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Well, I got him here for sure. Oh, there we go. Thanks for the raid, Kemi. Just about to finish him. Gonna push me. Oh, had the shot there. There we go. I got him. Oh, I got him. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he took a volley from me as he came over at the top of me.
Yep. Nice. Good fight. Cammy, how you doing, brother? Kitey McKite face. Yeah, I mean, I find the M50 fights to be a lot of fun, man, because like I actually had to lead turn a couple times there. I had to think about how I wanted to approach that fight. It was much more like the old model, which I vastly preferred because there was more merge gameplay, you know? And it wasn't like, you know, it was more smooth gameplay, you know? Happy Easter, brother. Happy Easter, buddy. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in with all your folks. Game had a good time. We're done preaching for the day.
Yeah. Would you like me to shut down interdiction?
Put it down for now. We're gonna take a look at
Interdiction is down.
take a look at feel bad. I didn't think we'd kill him this fast. I feel bad Andros might not have anything to show up to now. I think Andros figured it out though. Is he even here?
No, he's not.
Okay.
That's the thing.
So-
Asian Zoogs, they're not skilled. They're just so vast in numbers.
You don't know. There's some. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of great Asian
Uh,
pilots, but
Oh yeah, no. There will be, but they tend to not be a part of the Zergs.
I have something to say for the flight model, says Kemi. Oh, really, Kemi? All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Isn't Bartle Wolf the Jeremy Winters guy? No. Oh, like. Yeah, sorry, I think it was someone John. We have 3 classes. Okay.
In a Hornet taken off.
Shit, yeah.
Mix.
Racing, industrial, and capital. Okay. I'm confused, Kemi. Are you talking about like these are your opinions about all 3 and they should be different? Dota 3. Dota 3 is red. Let's take a look at him. Racing, military, and industrial. Oh. Oh, he's in a Corsair. Well, he's a bad boy. Hold on, something's shooting at me.
You got a saber.
There we go. I see him, yep.
You got a volume.
I'm on him. Oh, I caught a merge on him and he's just getting lit up.
He literally flew right into my flight path. A missile bolt. Yep, he just exploded.
Yeah, he hit the rock.
Yep.
Said racing use light materials only. Said if not, pros and cons components are mostly a one and done due to high power outputs. Yeah. Yeah, I mean there's lots of ways to vary the different styles, you know. That was a case of rock paper. Yeah, rock scissors. Rock paper asteroid. All right. I think
Halo 3 whether you got that guy who goes tank beats everything.
Yeah.
Rock beats everything.
I think we cleared out whatever was here. Let's just wrap it up. I don't think there's any more hostiles to engage. If they come back, then I'm sure Tank will let us know. And
Oh, there's another moving contact near you.
yeah, but is it red? Is it hostile?
I don't know.
I don't
Just
think so.
just
Nightwolf?
15 kilometers away. Just a dot.
Okay, I'm landing. Let's jump back to a server that's not going to cause us to go back in time. Military requires UI manipulation, power distribution to gain advantages. Cons are it wears down components.
Homer 75. He is hostile. Red.
That's fine. Tank will call us back if you're something. Yeah, Jeremy Winters. Sorry. Yeah. That's what he used to go by. All right, I'm just going to store my M50.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrievals. Your vehicle, please visit.
Industrial, heavy hull, slow component spin up, but very durable. Yeah, I mean, there are all kinds of ways to, like, if you're going to make it, let me put it to you this way. I agree that military stuff should, like, all these different things should perform differently, right? I personally have never been a fan of being able to put civilian, industrial, like all these different components. I think that's kind of silly. Like, it's a frickin' engine, you know? Like, the idea that there are some that are, like, it's just, like, how do I say it this way? Like, certain components should be more favorable towards military applications, but dividing the components into subcategories like military, industrial, civilian, I personally think is a gross misuse of mechanics. I just don't think it's necessary, right? I think there should be a lot of different types of components, but they shouldn't be in any category at all. They should just be components, you know? So if you're in a military ship, you know, you can choose components that are more durable, but have different side-off traits, you know, because I'll be honest, as an avid PvPer, I'm going to choose probably competition, because unless they make competition components amazingly, incredibly, unbelievably not durable at all, I'm going to want the absolute maximum performance out of my ship at all times, especially in combat. So I'm going to pick competition. And if I'm in something like an M50, I mean, you're not taking hits in an M50. So if it can survive the occasional glancing round, I think I'm going to run competition components in real PvP, right? But again, the idea of having those different components, I think, is just, again, it's an unnecessary segregation in complexity that doesn't need to exist, you know?
Yeah. The complexity in differentiating components themselves rather than which format, which category they fall into.
I'm going to try US and see if there's any... Yeah, like, I think CIG needs to understand that they have too much detail and too much separation in classes and components and all this stupid stuff, that they got to kind of go back to the basics. Again, it's what I told you guys. The foundation has to get set. They got to build the body out, and then they can start putting all the fingers and all the small stuff in it, you know? But right now, they're putting all the fingers on the Frankenstein, and the body hasn't even been developed, and it's just a disaster, you know?
That was an interesting server name. I feel like I just got thrown in the queue because I backed out of menu as well.
What does it say for a number of people in the server, though?
I literally didn't know. I literally waited. I got dragged in because I was back in the menu.
$5.99. It's a full server.
I got told I was in a queue for logical fireball.
So yeah, it's a full server.
Full server? All right.
Yeah.
And it's US server, so we're not going to be dying of cringe frames. Said that's exactly what they're going to do. It'll matter more and more complete engineering and physical damage gets. It's a little silly that quote-unquote military components aren't meta for real fights. Yeah, like, ironically enough, military components are actually the worst component you can put on your ship right now. Do you know why? Do you guys know why? Because signature is the highest, which means you're going to get missiled the most and seen from the farthest away. And it sucks. It sucks. Military components should be the lowest signature with the highest power output, you know, at the expense of durability and all this other stuff. Or like wear and tear, because the military has full-time mechanics on hand to like keep them maintained, so they require more maintenance.
Two variations. You have one that's, you know, you trade off durability for better in-field performance.
Get me? Oh my god, you're kidding. Oh, I'm being 100% serious, brother. I have nothing but stealth and competition shields. Like, that's all I have on all my ships, all my fighters, all my stuff is all stealth components, because they have plenty of power to power everything I need. And competition shields, because competition shields have twice the amount of buffer. They actually have physically twice the amount of shields as military ships. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, like, I have twice the shields in competition shields than I do a military shield. It's, again, out of touch. Out of touch. I don't know who made their choices, but they made them in a vacuum. If they get us something like stasis webs from Eve, the only... Oh, no, don't even get me started on fucking webs, bro. Oh, you want to take a game that is so fucking slow already. Like, Sickness, you have to understand, the only ships in the game right now that can genuinely avoid fire are snub fighters and the smallest of the smallest fighters. The only ships in the game that can actually avoid fire. You want to take that and make it even slower? Like, you might as well just not move at all. Like, why even move at all? Because any movement you do is just going to get tractor beamed and die. So imagine a death ball moving up to you, and anything gets close to it just gets primaried by tractor beams, and then everything shoots it, and then they just grab the next guy, shoot it, grab the next guy, shoot it, grab the next guy, shoot it. You're literally going to create EVE Online, but in the most toxic way possible. Yeah, like, you would absolutely destroy Star Citizen. It would be the most... Yeah, it would be board cubes. It would be terrible. Yeah, it would be... Yeah, I mean, I shudder to even imagine how terrible that would feel. I'm just wondering how they are going to fix the problems they have. I have the solutions. I've talked about them many times, right? Disparity in weapons, disparity in velocities and ranges, and a lot of tuning, basically, and similar flight stats for all fighters, and small variations in flight characteristics between most fighters, but allow most of the gameplay to play out via the power management and gunnery system, right? Because right now, so much of your fight is decided just based off of the choice of ship, because the glass ceiling on a ship that ends here, on another ship, that same place where the ship is got a glass ceiling, for another ship in a different category, it's way up here, right? And there's no way to scale that gap, right? Yeah, Kemi, I think that's really what scares me too, is they seem to go into their echo chamber, and they come out with this pie that's made with pineapples and, you know, used feta cheese, and they go like, look what we made, and everyone sits there going like, why did you use used feta cheese and pineapple for a fucking cheesecake? And they go like, well, we thought you guys would like it. We all tested it. The 5 guys that baked it said it was really good. It's like, guys, like, you show that to Gordon Ramsay, they're gonna yell you right out the front door, you know? I mean, and I hate to make that comparison, but, you know, like, nothing CIG has shipped in terms of flight has been good for the last 6 years. It's all been variations of shitty or worse than what they had before. So clearly they're not getting it, right? So it's up to us as the community, boys. You know? What can we do, right, boys? All right, go ahead and join me, guys. We're on the US server. Let's go take a look what we got. Let's see here. No, they don't, Shemp. I can tell you right now they don't. 100%. I will say this. I've been told by guys at SIG, I'm not saying who, because I respect their privacy. I've been literally told by SIG, how do I quote this? You're too good at the game. You are an anomaly. We can't account for you. I've been told that in person. And then I've been also told, because when I brought up some tips about the flight model, I've been told, well, then it relieves, I quote, well, then it leads to a lot of sliding around, and that doesn't feel good. And I said, my response was, that means people need to learn throttle discipline. That's part of flight. And they said, we don't agree. So there you go. There's your little 2 cents for the day. I'm not saying who it was, because again, I'm not going to start problems, but you know, it's just at some point it's like you just kind of have to let them go and be like, all right, guys, enjoy wasting everyone's money. You're going to get a lot of shit for this. I'm just trying to save them time and money.
I want to comment on that specifically, because I remember for the first month or two that I played the game before I ever got into PvP or anything,
Mhm.
I was super immersed in just trying to learn to control my ship. I would learn to pre-nose to get at. I would try to optimize my
Yep.
flight path out of atmosphere. I would pre-nose to stop my momentum at stations. I was experiencing, like, before I was terrible. I wasn't PvPing. I thought that Gladiuses were bad ships because the NPCs that flew them were easy to kill. But I was super immersed in just the mastering the controls of the ships for normal flying around because there was a skill ceiling to it. So
Yeah.
I think that CIG is completely wrong about the idea that sliding around doesn't feel good. I think sliding around means that there's actually something to learn about flying for normal players.
You know what they could do?
I decided to hop in and
Because-
say that
Because I 100% agree with
crazy
you.
to me.
But you know what I think they should seriously consider is make the gameplay really grippy in atmosphere and make the space feel like space. Like, what a concept. You know? Like, if you want to make it feel more like planes, then fight planes in space when you're... Okay, there are Polarises here and fighters and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, can we get the dampener up?
Dampener on.
Cold, can you put out a beacon? There's a fight to be had
Are
here.
you still in an Asian server?
No, a US server.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll put up a beacon.
Of a girl named Louise. This is the story of a Drake named Cutlass.
Yeah. The thing is, what I noticed, some of the games that have the strongest, longest lasting competitive communities, they may not.
Well, there's a reason why Dota is played by hundreds of millions of people and sells out arenas. You know, not because it's easy, it's because it's fucking hard, man.
Yeah, it's hard, but the development team will also take feedback from the top 5% players in the game.
So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but...
We...
I'll let them float, whoever's in there. Why do I... Lone Wolf 187, why do I feel like I know that name?
Not Lone Wolf All Cat. Wait, there is a Lone Wolf, but I don't think it's the same guy.
Yeah.
It's a Lone Wolf who's part of Blackwater, but I don't know if that's him.
There we go. There
Are
we
you
go.
trying to nav?
It's possible.
No, he's not. It's just. I think he was trying to nav because he wasn't really trying to nose on you.
Which one?
Oh, the Hornet that we're fighting.
That's fine. I'll let them. I'm not gonna kill them. I'm just gonna shoot them down. Let them pick up their buddies. Give them a little. Give them a little. What the fuck? Let the yiffening begin. Are these furries?
Oh no.
Oh no!
Purge detected. Purge detected.
What a strong flavor.
Initiate
Initiate exterminatus protocol. Purge detected. Order 66. That's funny.
Oh.
SFC. Why is SFC ring a bell? SFC.
Yeah, right.
team,
Some of the
man.
names that we have.
That looks like an org tag.
Yeah. Why do I feel like I remember that name? Is that an org? SFC?
Digi Hat. 32. What Digi Fat? Fat. Another Polaris down there?
This person doesn't have an org, so no, I guess not.
Oh, Polaris is shooting at me. Yeah, we could really use, like, if Krova can get his Polaris out, there's a bunch of Polarises here to smoke. Damn, we need Beagle, we need him, eh?
I think I didn't get my head tracking up and running.
Oh,
Give me
pepperoni
a minute.
pizza. Fight the last restriction was way more fun, even as a Bob. Yeah, that's the thing too, right? I mean, they just put too many restrictions on the movement of this game, you know? So we'll see what they do with the next flight model. I mean, that's really, like, the next flight model is really what's going to kind of show if CIG is actually paying attention, you know? If CIG does the next flight model and it's even worse than
I've got
Massimo's
Vash McKnight following me
searching for you.
in a
I see him, yep.
in a
I see him.
Mustang.
I'm moving in. Is he locking missiles on you too?
He's not shooting yet.
Okay, I'm moving in.
now
Oh
he's
yeah,
shooting.
I'm moving in on him.
Yeah.
I'm on him.
Yangi.
Oh yeah, he wants you. He's like, get that madness down.
You guys looking forward to the coming storm of Idrises everywhere in the next patch?
So what is is the Idris actually going to get released?
No, not that I heard of, but apparently it's super easy
Nice.
to board. Like there's a
Oh.
mission chain that spawns an Idris that is super easy to board and take over. So it's gonna be like before, where people are stealing the Idris and flying it around.
But what version of the Idris is going to be?
It's gonna be the Ninetales Idris.
Ninetales.
The Hopium is
The
extreme
Idris
in
M? I don't know.
IF
I don't actually
IFRS.
know.
What? Best repeater for the Gladius. Panthers.
Like 4 fucking Polarises around us.
Oh, for the Idris. Sorry. The Twitch sniper is in the Polaris now. Only water. What do you guys want to do with these Polarises?
A lot of them look like they're picking up friends. We could try boarding actions and just set the self-destruct on them.
I don't have anything really to board with though.
I might pull an Eclipse and just.
You want to just hit them with some dumbfires?
Yeah, I might just try that. It might
It's-
not kill them, but it'll at least.
It'll
fun.
cripple them. Yeah, that's fine. We'll cover you. So
Cool. Get a party invite.
who's party lead? Am I party lead still?
Yeah.
Stand by.
Lobby.
Invite sent.
Be aware somebody from Shadowmost has just commented in chat. So
Ah,
in global,
all right. We'll see. We'll see if they show up.
we'll see. We'll see.
The Twitch sniper is attacking. He just launched missiles at me.
The Twitch sniper.
Yeah, the Polaris. Missile locking me and firing missiles at me.
Come here, Twitch sniper. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna do much in my M50. We just have to wait for your Eclipse.
In my experience, you could hit 3 Eclipse Torps on these guys, and sometimes they just won't go down. It'll red them, but it won't kill them necessarily. It's very
I
inconsistent.
wonder if their doors are open.
Where one of them
No.
was.
Who's party lead?
I'm party lead. I sent you an invite. Did you get it?
Oh shoot, I missed it. Sorry.
Pretty sure you're showing in our. What are you?
Oh
Oh.
wait, or did I? No, I didn't. Shit.
You're already showing on because I can see you on my screen with bite markers.
I just had amnesia about accepting, I guess.
Damn it. He's standing still, so if you had an Eclipse, you could just hit him.
Yeah.
He's no longer in his.
Still about 5-6 minutes out. Sorry.
Are ship guns worth selling after the price changes? No. No.
There is a Hornet in your area. Iron
Oh,
Turkey.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if he wants to play. How can I try to explain? Oh man. Doesn't stand a chance. Same old story.
We would be honored.
1970-year-old daddy, welcome to Imperial Navy. Good to see you, buddy. All right, let's take a look at the hull. All right, let's see here.
That Polaris' cargo bay is open. Or hangar bay is open.
The hangar bay?
Yep. Because they got the black. They're trying to. I think they're trying to. They're transferring cargo or something.
All right, let's take a look.
I just built the black. I got the PDCs on me.
Nice. Oh yeah, you're right. I wonder. Yeah. Oh no! I landed, but it hit too hard. I bounced back up, and I landed. I had it. Dude, I had it. That would have been so good. I came down just a little too hard. Oh my gosh, dude. Could you imagine that clip?
Now what you want to do is take the clip, cut out the end.
It put me in Clash. So dumb, dude. So dumb.
Rip.
So dumb, dude. How do I bounce off the deck? Like, I didn't even hit it that hard.
The thing is, most of your momentum was in the forward direction. You would have should have gone into the doors, if anything.
Ugh, so lame, dude. I had to try. I couldn't help it. You said the doors are open. I'm like, I gotta try.
and then there was no one in the pilot seat as well. It was stationary.
I've been wanting to do that for so long. Oh, it's so funny, man. All right, I'll be out in a few minutes here.
Back in his pilot seat now, which is.
Boing. Up. Okay, let's make sure I still have a face. I was gonna glitch me again. Boing. It's only a 3-hour timer, so I'll put one load of rocks and I should be fine. Be out in like 5 minutes.
Oh, it's no fun now.
Yeah, just keep an eye out for the children, Cold. That's all I'm asking for. When the Oompa Loompas start showing up, then we'll dodge. Boing, boing. Almost had it, man. Almost had it. One of these days I'm gonna get it right. I probably should have just hit coupled mode as I entered the atmosphere of the hangar, just to slow myself down a bit. I needed to have enough speed to dodge the turret and enough speed to get past, like, you know what I mean? Because like you only have a second or two before the turret picks you up, and like human response time is there, right? So I had to get in quickly. You know,
It didn't seem like anyone was on it because it had
there was a turret on it. I could hear him shooting the Omnis, so the Omni was like they were, you know, and the Omni will two-shot. Like I'll be dead before I can even do anything. So I had to have enough speed to get past the turret, and it had to be flat enough that I could get underneath the cutlass and still make it into the like. And I got it. I had the right angle. I had everything good. My descent was too fast though, because I got a little too excited, I think, and I just pulled down a little too hard. Fuck.
Anything, it shouldn't have bounced you back up. It should have just crushed your landing gear.
I thought, yeah, it would have just stuck me to the fucking deck, right? But oh well.
So you say your O-Star is in 1,000 deaths.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not upset. I'm not upset about this. it was like, oh, it was so close, man. That was like the Death Star trench run where it just impacts on the surface. You're like, fuck, it's so close. It was a good attempt though. I'm
speedboarding.
I'm proud. I was proud of that approach.
I got it right and just looked to try and eject as I flew over the man.
Boink.
At least this, I'll give it to Twitch Sniper. He is smart. So instead of just running straight back to his pilot seat, he actually closed the hangar doors.
Oh, which location were all these Idrises at? Sorry, not Idrises.
Daymar.
Polaris's. Daymar. Which OLP?
I think it was a treatise we read.
I'm looking at it right now.
I might just go take some pod shots at them for practice.
I'm gonna say, if you're in party, just head to Peace Loving Decoy. I've got him tackled.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. For some reason, all of these inventories are empty, and they don't even spawn with like guns on them anymore. These NPCs in Klesher.
I think he is trying to run. They have.
Like, why are all these NPCs empty?
You might need to go in and shoot them a few times, keep them in combat, so they can't just combat log.
Well, they're in an interdiction field. They can't log. It just keeps them in the combat.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've had ships log out in my interdiction field.
Player could log out, but no,
Yeah.
I think interdiction counts as combat.
Yeah, the ship will stay there.
Yeah.
I just shot them anyway. Oh, they're
I'm
in
actually
that
not
mode.
sure if interdiction counts against your combat log timer, but the ship doesn't go away anymore.
Yeah, dude, none of these guys have, like, they have nothing on them. No tractor beams, no rocks inside their backpack. Like, they're totally empty.
Attention! Attention! Please direct your attention towards the front gates. One of our guests has completed their rehabilitation and is being...
The empty NPC with no multi-tool means they were already robbed and woke back up from the experience.
Attention! Attention! Please direct your attention towards...
They took my kidney.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start taking their things off so that they die. Oh, this guy's got a multi. There we go. Boing, boing. There you go. All right, that one. That should be good. One more and I should be full.
Barrett, this Twitch pilot is Twitch sniper is very aggressive with his missiles.
Oh, I have
when your
a
party
shiv.
marker is... Oh, never mind. It's not there.
What?
Okay. You said Decoy, you still have Polaris.
Yeah.
Alright.
Or 15.
Okay.
Either the two of us.
Coming to you.
Attention! Attention! Please direct
He
your
is
attention towards the
hungry
front
for me.
gates. One of our guests has completed...
All right, so I need 5 of those. 100%, baby. Let's
Speaking of Polaris.
go. See if I can just grab this and carry that. Oh, dude, I'm that slow when I'm walking with a bag.
Which sniper is one?
Wait, the Twitch sniper, yeah.
Okay.
Said it happened to me a couple times. Almost wrecked my account first time. Am I just lucky? Maybe. I mean, it's been a hell of a lot of fighting / deaths at Hathor for me. Yeah, my account's been bugged for a while. Like I can't. It's like I set my clone to Grimhex. I never get back to Grimhex. Like it just. I don't know. Like it just. It doesn't. You know.
Anchors on me.
I see Cold Sea Lion coming in on the bombing run.
Let's see if the PDCs on this thing.
PDCs are on me.
Up or not.
Is that recent, Cole?
Sorry.
Is that recent?
What I sent you? Yeah, it's
Your
right
DM?
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Christmas time,
But
motherfucker.
also check the last thing I said. I wanna try
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I wish you luck on that torpedo delivery.
Oh, I missed the first one. Darn it.
All right.
I shot high.
It's fine. Looks like we pretty much cleared them all out then. I'll get out of prison and then we'll just fucking bounce.
Well, I hit and blew half my ship off in the process.
I wouldn't say the law got me. I got myself.
Some of his engines as well.
I did
He's only got
a super risky what's it called? A super risky assault landing, I guess you could call it.
Let's see if I can land the third one with half a ship. I'm gonna be
try and string him out a bit.
He's probably gonna get me with the PDCs this time, but
Stay on target.
Stay
Stay
on
on
target.
I can barely control my ship.
We
I'm
would be
spinning
honored.
out.
All right, Chef.
Join us.
Mage, welcome to Apparel Navy. I was actually happy with that performance. Like I don't mind going to prison for that. I almost had it, dude. I was so close. We were so close, man. So close.
I think if I just aim only if I just never try to aim to the right, then I might maintain control of my ship just long enough. Nope. The moment I boost forward, I also spin out.
GCAT has been doing really well with the dumbfires. He has a video that he can show you.
I've gotten quite a lot of dumbfire hits so far. Like I'm pretty comfortable with it. I just I know what I did wrong when I mess up.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward, honestly. It's just being patient enough to not take a bad shot.
Yeah, I guess that's really what it comes down to. I just wish we had a UI so that we could really see where the dumbfire trajectory was coming from. And we need better logic for how the torpedo calculates its flight path, because it should perform like a projectile, you know? Like when I line it up and fire it, it should perform like a projectile.
Oh yeah, I can't do this. I keep spinning out.
Yeah, the torpedo part of it just seems to mess it up. Tell you the
Yeah,
truth, the
like
thing
it.
for bombing is the A1. The A1 Spirit's better for bombing Polaris.
I would rather have like a stealth torpedo that is like no guidance system, totally dumb, but the PDCs can't pick it up because it's stealth, but that requires you to dumbfire it. Like I would much rather see that, you know? Like wouldn't that be fucking cool? A stealth torpedo that doesn't get picked up by PDCs, but it requires it to be dumbfired.
Yeah, PDC's got that.
Right? Because it has no booster and it has no it has no booster and it has no guidance system. It's totally silent. So the PDCs can't pick it up. And it's just a black tube in the middle of space that has no signature. So of course you can't pick it up. I think that would be a phenomenal weapon system, you know? Stealth torpedoes would be fucking cool. But again, the only way to get them to hit is to manually guide them in on target. I personally think that would be the coolest thing, dude. It would give a reason to use it would give a reason to use stealth torpedoes. Yeah, space mines, like, no, we don't need that, man. We need stealth torpedoes would be way cooler. Yeah, stealth torps would be fucking cool, right? I don't even need this bag. All right. I mean, we have dumbfire / bombs. Like, why can't we have space bombs? Like, we have the A2 bomb, right? Like, why can't we have space bombs that don't require any targeting? You know?
I think the A1 can drop its bombs without targeting. You kind of use it like a torpedo bomber.
Said, "Oh, you're in a home station, DJ." Facts. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you'd want to. Again, you'd want to. I mean, I think size 9s do like a lot of damage, but I don't know. I just think the whole torpedo missiles like gameplay in this game is just fucking terrible. You know? Said, if Last Jedi can do it, we can also do it. Oh, that's fucking funny, man. That's funny.
Good afternoon.
All right.
Good afternoon, Favored.
Let's search. Let's keep searching for more content fights here. It's just that last Polaris sticking around, right? Cold. It's just that last Polaris sticking around.
As far as I know, but the guys are super far from the location, so I don't know what's at the location anymore.
Oh, like
whatever.
3 or 4 Polaris is there, but they didn't seem like...
Yeah, but 2, like, they're all unmanned. Like, they're pretty much gone.
Well, like,
all the
so,
fighters are
yeah,
dead. All right, let's find another. Let's find another hole to hit, if you know what I mean.
All right.
All right.
I'm just gonna get myself to out of Orison, and then I'll join you.
Actually, fuck, it's 6 o'clock, man. 6 o'clock, man. If we start getting started, we're gonna be till 7. So, like, I didn't realize what time it was. Holy shit! It's already 6 o'clock.
Time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun, boys. All right. Let's see here. Let me drop you guys off. But folks, I loved having you over today. Thank you so much, guys, for being awesome today. I really hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, I just hope you guys have an awesome Easter. Like, just have an awesome Easter. Thank you for all the stuff you do for me and support. Let me drop you guys off on here. This guy. I don't think I've ever raided Mr. Blackbones before, so let's go ahead and raid Mr. Blackbones. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong. What did I link? YouTube Studio. Oh, it's just the chat. My bad. Okay, so let me raid here. But folks, thank you so much for all the love and support. You know, thank you for spending time with us. I'm working tomorrow, so I won't see you tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your day, folks. But we had a good time today. Hope you learned something. We had some fun. And I'll see you on YouTube. Our Discord is always open as always, guys. I love you all. Thank you for supporting the stream. I was Avenger 1 for the Empire.